Hey, what's going on? It's Matt. Today we're going to talk about something that a lot of people don't carry in their kayak, and that is a first aid kit. Sit tight, we're going to go through the contents of this box right now. The last thing you want to think about when you're out on the water is getting hurt, but it does happen. The more kayakers I actually talk to, they tell me they don't carry any kind of first aid kit. Now, some of you do, and I think that's great, but I always have some sort of first aid kit on me. I have one in my car, and I have one in my kayak. I usually have one in my boater's bag if I'm on somebody's boat, and they're typically just for me or for at least another person, and they usually cover scratches, nicks, cuts, some catastrophic level, and I'll get into that because it's in this particular one, but they're real easy to make, and they're just kind of a safety precaution to have. And I'll tell you, these little 3400 Plano boxes, the waterproof ones, are ideal to make a little first aid kit because one, they're waterproof, two, they're open compartment, and lastly, they are super inexpensive to make. I think these things retail for about $4, and they're just a good thing to have. So let me just kind of go through what's in this box right now. So on the front, this is just a little morale patch. It's Velcro. The reason why is I make a ton of these kits for different applications, and having the Velcro on it means that I can change it out whenever I want if I have to identify it with something else. You'll see where I keep this in my kayak somewhere point in this video. So let's just kind of jump right into this. So you can see it's all pretty much packed in there like that. First off, these are disposable latex gloves. No, they are not the powder-free. No, they are not the hypoallergenic ones. These are for me. I'm not allergic to latex, so it's okay. The second item is a space blanket. Now you're probably saying to yourself, why do you need a space blanket? It's not to keep you warm, it's to stave off shock. You'll never know what's gonna happen on the water. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get a bee sting, or you're gonna get cut, you're gonna get scraped, you're gonna get hooked. And you really just kind of need that kind of stuff in this particular kit, but it doesn't hurt to have one of these things. They're lightweight, they're inexpensive, they fold down to nothing. It's just a good extra precaution to have. Band-Aids, common thing to have in any first aid kit. These I carry 4 of them. They're relatively big size. If I need more than 4 Band-Aids for a situation, I need to get off the water. Or if I'm having a really bad day, then I just need to suck it up and not have a Band-Aid if I keep getting hurt. This is Celox. This is also known by a lot of people as Quick Clot. This is just the base name of Quick Clot. This is the smallest packages you can get. This is catastrophic clotting material. And what I mean by catastrophic is this is the last thing you want to use. If you can get away with a Band-Aid or a gauze or anything else that's in this kit, use that stuff first because this stuff burns like hell. This is literally, I think, can give you a 2nd-degree burn. And what it does is it cauterizes a wound that is just out of control bleeding that you can't get under control. Last resort, I have it in here because, hey, you never know. It's kind of like the space blanket. You never know. Antiseptic wipes, 2 little packets of Neosporin, Advil, Aquamira tabs. Once again, this is kind of like one of these kits that I've made that has some sort of survival aspect to it. The reason why I have the Aquamira is because you're gonna be on water, right? And if you're paddling downriver and something happens and it's 110 degrees, which is how hot it actually gets on some days in the summer out here, and you don't have any water, dehydration can just destroy you, mentally as well as physically, just having that overly dry mouth or whatever it may be. So if you're on a river system or even if you're on a lake, you need to be able to possibly get some water in you, and these things are great. This kills everything. You just gotta wait 4 hours to drink that liter of water. So I keep these in my first aid kit. Bumm Gel. This essentially is jacked up aloe vera. in case you're out on the water and then you realize you missed a spot with sunscreen or some part of your skin just kind of gets really irritated or burned. This stuff will help. Little roll of tape for the bandages that I'll show you in a second. I have iodine packets. This is for cleaning wounds and disinfecting wounds before you put a bandage on. Tylenol, some more pain relievers. An antiseptic towel. That's really for cleaning your hands. This also can be used as an alcohol wipe. This is kind of a after cuts and scrapes. What this really does is it acts as kind of a Neosporin. It's just in a pad form. So as you can see in this little first aid kit, I have a ton of things that are redundant because when you get a cut and scrape, you'll go through these things relatively quickly. This is an antihistamine. So if you're out on the water, you get stung by a bee, some people will swell up completely. Some people will just get a normal reaction or they'll get a bump. So just having this though is just a good idea. And plus, if I'm out of the water and I forget to take my allergy medicine, this will get me through the day as long as I just remember to replace it. This is an Antacid. This is an anti-diarrheal. Sting reliefs. I have a bunch of these because like I said, you're probably gonna get stung by something while you're out there, and this will literally just take the bite off of it. I'm not talking if you get stung by a mosquito, I'm talking about if you get stung by a bee. If you get stung by a mosquito and can't handle it, then I don't know what to tell you. Different size gauzes, there's about 4 of them right here, and then I have 2 really big size Band-Aids. Chapstick. This, I have redundancy all over the boat. You're on the water. This has a SPF in it and a moisturizer in it. But if you're stuck in a situation and you're hurt and your lips are chapped, it's more of a comfort thing, I would think, at the end of the day. But it's in there. And lastly, I have little Chem-Light, mostly known as a glow stick. I carry these things everywhere. I found these at Dick's Sporting Goods in a package of like 80, and I bought them because they were like 12 bucks. So these things go a long time. They increase your visibility. If the sun's going down and you're beached somewhere, this is just a little bit of light. If you can't get a fire started or whatever reason may be, it's just a good thing to have. So like I said, I went through everything that's in this kit right now, and there's a lot of stuff that you can fit into that little 3400 Plano box. I think it's a good precaution to have. And you know, the way that this sticks in my kayak is it goes in the front hatch. So as you can see, there is the male part of the Velcro. When you look into the hatch, this Velcro female part is for the GoPro battery. This one right here is for the first aid kit. Goes in right there, doesn't move around, secures away safely. These 3400 boxes are great. They're waterproof, like I had mentioned, and putting them in the front hatch is like a redundancy, so they will stay dry and they will float if need be. I saw a YouTube video where a guy was making kits out of these size Plano boxes, and I was actually like, that's a brilliant idea. They're small and they're compact and they can go anywhere. Once again, hope this video actually helped a little. I think it's important for all of us to have some sort of first aid when we're out on our kayaks, or even if you're just a boater or co-angler on any kind of boat. They're a good thing to have. Like I said, I have one for the car, I have one for the house, that's obviously bigger, and then I have one for the kayak. Thanks for watching. I'm interested to hear in the comment section below, did I leave out something that you would definitely put in here? One of the things that I will do is I have a tools kit that I built for the kayak as well, and I'll go through that at a later date, but that has scissors in it, and that has a knife in it, and that has a fire starting material in it. It has a little bit more of the hardware, I would say. But hey, we'll get to that at a later time. Thanks for watching. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.